but the amount of fans that were coming.
Hold up. Did you say that it couldn't handle the weight?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that there's going to be big bumping meat in the ring?
Yeah. What do you think a hoss fight is, man?
Cody, your favorite. Don't worry, I'll bring the duct tape.
Anyway. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the 5-Star Jobbers Podcast. I'm Cody.
And I am back, baby.
He's back and bigger than ever. How was the cruise, man?
Oh, man, it was so good. As you guys can see, I got a little sun, you know. Sun's out, buns out, you know. It was.
I hope there were no buns out. That would not be good for anybody.
Oh, there were so many buns. It was like a Pillsbury dough factory, man. And there's buns aplenty.
Oh, gosh.
All right, and I was and all day long.
Oh, gosh. Okay, anyway. Thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for listening. We're glad to have John back here. Justin did a pretty good job last episode.
Justin did a great job. I have notes, but we'll talk about them later.
That's right. We can save it for later. But anyway, thank you guys for watching and thank you for listening. We'll let you guys know of our social media. If you want to check us out on social media, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. You can go check out all of our content. This video will be up soon, and all of our episodes are up there as well, along with our commentary episodes. So go check all of that out if you want to. Also, we want to let you guys know of some upcoming events that are going to be going on soon. March 24th. Wrestle South at 3 p.m. at 1117 West Broad Avenue at the Brooks Plaza in Albany, Georgia. Don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great event. You can go check out all of our friends, Logan Stevens, Johnny Romano, Xander King. All of them are going to be there. It's going to be a great event. Also, 2 events going on March 30th. We've got Southern Wrestling Tradition going on at 7 p.m. at the Possum Place in Wausau, Florida.
Wausau!
I've missed it.
There is only one, and there will only ever be one, and there should never be an imitator.
Justin did a good job for what he had, and I was hoping that he would do it.
I'm suing for copyright infringement. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever. Anyway, Wausau, Florida, Possum Place, 7 p.m. Southern Wrestling Tradition. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great event. Also, March 30th, Kraken Pro Wrestling.
Release the Kraken!
Tifton, Georgia. There is going to be an announcement made about the venue, which we're going to get into here in just a little bit with our guests. So, if you want more information about Kraken Pro Wrestling, you can become a volunteer by reaching out to them at krakenprowrestling2024@gmail.com. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great event, but we're going to get to that here in just a little bit. But one more event I want to make mention of. April 20th, DCCW Unbroken in McClenny, Florida at the Baker County Fairgrounds. Going to be a great event. We're going to be there as well. Don't want to miss it. But switching gears back over to Kraken Pro Wrestling, we have a very special guest here on the podcast with us, and so I want you to help us welcome the promoter and owner of Kraken Pro Wrestling, Mr. Sam Skaggs. Sam, thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you here on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's been a long 2 months of advertising and promoting, and we're about week and a half away, and it's ramping.
Man, it's awesome. We've seen a lot of updates about it. We're excited to see what you got coming up. But just before we get into the details of Kraken Pro Wrestling, tell the people about yourself. Like, how long have you been in the business? Just a little bit of background for you.
So, my name is Sam Skaggs, but my ring name, you can address me as Hold My Beer Hansen. I am 1/3 of the All-Star Special with Jay Too Strong and William Huckabee. We are a trio. It used to be a tag team, but we added Jay, and we're a team that goes around selling merchandise, hitting the jukebox, singing our songs, and laying the smackdown, serving it scattered, smothered, covered. I've been at this for about 5 years. It's been a long, wild ride and a lot of money made, surprisingly. I've been blessed with what I've been able to do. And I think now it's my time to possibly cultivate and grow my area to where I live and I work.
And that's incredible, man. It's so great to hear that after this stellar career that you've had in professional wrestling, now that you're taking on this project, kind of tell us about what led to the creation or what led to the vision behind Kraken Pro Wrestling. Where did that culminate from?
So there was a gentleman named Mr. Curtis in this area, in Tifton, and I go to the chamber meetings because of my job, And I started seeing more of how like I could be a benefit to my community. And I had a kid, and me and my wife, we talked, and he's not even a year old yet, and he's rough to travel with because he doesn't want to ride the car seat for 4 hours.
Been there.
So yeah, and, so I kind of got selfish with the fact that I need to create something in this area or work at the other shows. And I'm not really one to reach out. I don't really do it a lot. That's my fault for not going and getting booked in this area. So I thought to myself, I was like, I want to do a project and head something that could give back to the community at large. So I started looking into how there's a company in North Georgia. They started out as a charity-based show called Action Wrestling, and I got with the promoter there, Matt Griffin, and Booker promoter. I can't remember what he is, but great dude. So I got with him and I asked him a few questions on how to do charity-based shows, and he gave me the rundown, what to look for, what to look out for, what to look for in terms of talent or what to do with your community. And it's been great stepping through that. And I'm looking at the community with Tifton, and now I'm snowballing things where I'm working with the schools. I'm working with the college ABAC. I got something with ABAC cooking up. I'll probably will do whenever I do some more of them surprises later. And I'm actually working with the Alzheimer's Association soon. So I'm going to see how these things go. I'm hoping that I could get my name out there as a promoter and, create something in this area that people could be proud of, provide quality talent, quality wrestling, and show them what I could do.
Man, that's incredible. And it's so great to see like someone taking on another project and giving back to their community in the form of professional wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. Where does the Kraken name come from? I'm curious.
There's a lot of cool wrestling company names out there, like Energizer or Dragon Gate.
Yep.
A bunch. There's just cool names, and I was trying my hardest to find my own name. I was booking for Sunbelt, and things just didn't work for me to be the booker anymore. Things got with the owner, and he just couldn't do it. So he's like, just make your own thing. And I said, okay. So I just started looking at different names. And I saw Action, a bunch of different intense wrestling, entertainment, stuff like that. And I was like, there's a lot of cool words you can use. And I was like, I can't really make a cool t-shirt out of these. So I kind of started looking at different upper level companies. And so Dragon Gate spoke to me, and I was like, okay, I like it, but I'm going to look at different like mythological creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And being in South Georgia, it's practically a barren wasteland. We're in the depths of the South.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of wrestling in this area. So one name that stuck out to me was Kraken, and I was like, And then I spun it, and I talked to my wife, and I talked to a few other people, and I was like, it's in the depths, and it's going to find you before you find it.
I like that. That's a good tagline.
It stuck really good. Yeah, it was cool, and when I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And then I started putting the logo together. I edit and I do graphic design too. I do video editing. I do a bunch of stuff. I also promote wrestling, if y'all didn't know. So I started making the design and everything, and I got a pretty awesome looking design. I threw it all together
because I've seen it all over social media, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's a really cool look.
Honestly, it looks as professional as I could get it, and I was like, this is definitely either going on a shirt or this. I mean, it looks good enough for me to not be like, it's not somebody getting punched in the face. It's not something crazy. It's not violence or bloody wrestling.
Right.
I just wanted something that's easy, palatable, and I can throw it anywhere. And even if I'm not doing a wrestling show, if I'm just doing charity work that day, I can say Kraken Pro Wrestling was here helping out.
Absolutely. But yeah, we're excited to see this event. But want to make mention of a couple of things. The reason why we didn't announce about the venue is that you have a little bit of an update as far as venue goes for this event. So why don't you give us a little bit of insight onto that?
Okay, so the theater could not handle the sheer volume and weight of not only the ring and the wrestlers, but the amount of fans that were coming.
Hold up. Did you say that it couldn't handle the weight?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that there's going to be big bumping meat in the ring?
Yeah, what do you think a hoss fight is, man?
Cody, your favorite. Don't worry, I'll bring the duct tape.
Anyway, going back to the switch in venue, so the theater couldn't handle the weight of the ring, essentially. So where will this event be taking place
because of the big bumping meats.
So
would you get off the big bumping meat?
So the stage is actually the whole venue it's old, right? It's a historic theater. So the stage is actually, it couldn't handle the size of the ring. It is an 18-foot ring. I think it's Wrestle South's ring.
Okay.
So yeah, I rent through them. We got a good working relationship, stuff like that. That's why I'm able to put other companies' belts on my show. So yeah, the ring was too heavy. The structural engineer came in and they gave me the bad news. And they said, hey, we're going to need to move this. And I was like, okay, cool. And they said, good news is a lot of people are going to be coming to the show. And I said, thank you. That is even better news. So we have moved the show from the theater to Fullwood Park there's a stage area that is where they do a bunch of concerts and stuff. It is a massive stage that we can use as the entryway. I also have some things in the works with Grey Ghost Comics because they do a bunch of signs and stuff. We're going to try out and see their advertising banners, and we're going to see how those look in terms of an entryway. So I'm excited to see how that works. I'm also working with different companies in the city to see how different products work and could possibly work with different events. So now the show is absolutely free. Bring your own chair. There's going to be guardrails protecting you, the fan, from our wrestlers. There's going to be a ring set up on there. There's going to be lights, so when we go into the night, there's going to be a nice lit up stage and a nice lit up ring for you to see.
That's awesome.
There's going to be concessions, merch, everything like that. It's going to be a great time.
Man, big bumping meats, full wood, food. Dude, it's your cup of green tea. And it's my cup of tea, too. And I don't even drink tea.
You should have stayed on the cruise. Anyway, but I'm being told that there's actually one more announcement that you wanted to make. And
it's a big one.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to let you guys know that I will be seeing you there on March the 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You three are going to be my commentary team.
Three?
What?
You got a mouse in your pocket that I don't know about?
Wait, hold on, wait.
I told you to stop doing that.
Hold on, wait. I mean, thank you for allowing us to be the commentary team, but wait, there's
three?
There's two of us.
There's two of us.
Yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, or I forgot to let him tell you whenever he did his interview recently. So Diamond Duke is going to be the third man in the commentary booth.
No. We don't sit with him. He stinks.
Oh gosh.
No.
I appreciate you guys, and I think you could do a great job, but I need you to understand it. Duke is a former referee. He knows the rules. He knows how these things go. And so I needed somebody that can handle it and has been in the biz for a while and could call my stuff and be that the bridge between, talent and commentary,
I mean, John, let's calm down, okay? Let's put the headset back on. Let's try and be professional here, okay? Look, we're grateful for the opportunity, and we're very much looking forward to being the commentary team for Kraken Pro Wrestling. Yeah, just woosah. We'll get you a Twinkie. Everything will be okay. You can just relax.
Promise?
Promise.
All right.
I promise. Okay. So, we're looking forward to this event. Go check it out. March 30th, Kraken Pro Wrestling is going to be at Fullwood Park. It's a free event. Free professional wrestling. Don't miss it. Don't want to miss out on this event. But once again, Sam, thank thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast, and we look forward to seeing you on March 30th.
Thank you so much.
Do you have the dream of becoming a professional wrestler, referee, manager, commentator, or just simply looking to be a part of the professional wrestling business? Then contact the Sweat Academy. Logan Stevens prides himself on providing quality training, low tuition, and also offers fitness training for those just looking to get into better shape. So if you're looking to kickstart your dreams of being in the professional wrestling business, contact the Sweat Academy on Facebook or contact head trainer Logan Stevens at 229-425-7168.
All right, are we better now?
I'm not happy, but I'll deal with it.
Okay, all right, we got the Twinkie. We're all right for now. But anyway,
Got a little twink in me, and I'm always happy.
don't ever say that again. Anyway, John, been waiting a while to say this, but ready for some reviews?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready to do anything but talk about what I just heard. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right,
Yeah.
we're excited. It's been a great week. A lot to talk about.
It has been a great week.
So, high spots and botches. I'm going to let you kick it off because you've been on vacation lately. You've had a lot going on. What's been your high spot this week?
Age before beauty. Thank you. Dude, The Rock, SmackDown. I mean, does it get any better than that?
Honestly,
I don't.
No.
I mean, golly. I mean, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. It's like the guy never stopped doing it.
No.
You know, like they talk about ring rust and they talk about being out of the ring and, you know, having that ring rust. But people don't talk about promo rust.
No.
You know, being able to go away from the business for long periods of time and come back and cut the same promo. Like, go back and look at any legends, you know, especially if they were technically, you know, mic guys or, you know even your Flairs and stuff like that. You know, there's promo training, you know, when you're out there, you're doing it, you're talking, you're cutting it. And The Rock, like I said, he misses not a beat.
Not a single beat.
Like it's 2001. It's like it's 2099. Whatever year you thought The Rock was the best. This Rock is heel rock. Just and by the way, the song they fully went to Hollywood rock.
Oh yeah, early 2000s rock, Hollywood theme.
Like he is going he's gone full bore. You know, let's say the shirts, the entrance music, what he's doing. The stuff that he's doing on his social media page, my goodness, like he's 20-minute promos and stuff that he's cutting. Like this guy is.
He hasn't lost a beat.
And every single SmackDown since his return has been sold out.
Yes. And for good reason, because I mean, it's like we said, he hasn't lost a beat, and I think of anybody that has been in the business for a while, he's one of those people that could just leave for an extended amount of time and come back and just pick it right back up, no problem.
I mean, yeah, and like I say, like guys like Austin, you know, guys like Flair, you know, well, Flair never been gone long enough, but like guys like Austin, you know, when Shawn returned, you know, he didn't miss a beat in the ring, but you know, I think it did take a minute or two for Shawn to get his, you know, heartbreak kidness
right
back, you know, on the mic and just, you know, in the way that he carried himself and stuff like that. Let's say The Rock has, you know, he's been gone for decades from regular in ring, in behind the mic promotions. Like, yeah, he's been on the camera, he's been doing movies, he's been delivering lines here and there, but I don't know. I feel like there's something different about being in front of a live crowd and two, bouncing back and forth with other people. And you know, case in point, you have Monday and you have Friday, and you've got Cody and you've got Seth, and they had plenty of time to do something and to speak. And you know, it's great. You know, Cody cuts a great promo on Monday, and he cuts a typical Cody promo. You know, it's got context, it's got emotion. You know, he tells a great story. He gets you tied in, and then The Rock completely just owns him on Friday.
Absolutely,
and takes it. Well, it is a great promo. Like, you can't cut it, but then he you know, you're a crybaby. You know, you're just a little crybaby. All you do is whine, and then the way that he's talking to Michelle. And in that line at the very end, all I'm going to say is, "You're welcome." I mean, come on,
man. This version of The Rock is probably the best version of all time.
It 100% could be, but I mean, like, when's the last time show after show after show has been sold out?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
A long time. But I'm so thankful that we're getting this version of Rock. And I honestly can say that this WrestleMania is going to be absolutely spectacular.
No, I mean, it's not an oversell right now. This is shaping up to be possibly the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
Absolutely.
Viewership is up. Ticket sales are up. Merchandising is up. Everything is up right now. And, the storytelling, it really is. It's, whether this was intentional or this is, recovering from a fall with grace, as Buzz Lightyear said, falling with style. I don't care. I'm all for it. And it's been fantastic. Say, The Rock says it. Some people might disagree with me, but it's like, wrestling is pop culture cool again.
Yes, 100%.
So it's nice.
Yes, definitely. So you're gonna go with the Rock concert? And
the Rock concert was my high. I mean, that was the highest of the high. I mean,
honestly, I had that one as well, but I also had to give a high spot for finally we get the debut of Mercedes Moné in All Elite Wrestling.
And the crowd went mild, ladies and gentlemen.
But here's the thing, and this is kind of one of my botches, is that you had this opening the show, and then it's like,
it worked for CM Punk, right?
It did, but
Mercedes Moné is
she's not
CM Punk.
Now, do I think that she's going to be a spectacular addition to the women's division there?
No.
I think she will be.
Because she's irreplaceable?
She is replaceable. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. I think that
Bianca Belair is greater than Mercedes Moné.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that. But at the same time, for what AEW has to work with, I think Mercedes Moné...
Where's Britt Baker?
That's a good question. And
I think Britt Baker will have a bigger pop when she returns than Mercedes had after being out of the American spotlight for 2 years.
And then there you go. That's your match for All In London. Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné.
If I gotta wait that long to see Britt Baker, I'd rather see her in WWE.
We'll just have to see. But honestly, I thought it was pretty good. I was waiting for this.
It was okay, but I knew exactly what it was going to be. It's a Boston pop. First of all, it's in her hometown. Second of all, like I said, she hasn't been on American TV in almost 2 years. She gets a pop. There's no doubting. I'd be lying if I said she didn't get a pop.
Right.
But that's not the pop you want for that much money. She is now the highest paid female wrestler in professional wrestling, as far as we know.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what everybody's come out and saying and talking about. Like, if the amount, it's an undisclosed amount, but if the amount that's been talked about in the dirt sheets and everything like that is true, she is the highest paid female wrestler in the industry. Not just AEW, the industry. And this is my problem. That's what you're paying for that pop? Because Rhea Ripley in Australia had a better pop than that pop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you have to look at the crowd size as well. I mean, that was a much bigger crowd than what AEW had for that week as well. So obviously you're going to have a bigger pop than that.
I don't know how loud Kiwis get.
Anyway, but I just thought it was cool. I was glad to see her in AEW, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she does with the women's division in AEW.
I hope that they do something with the women's division in AEW, but at the end of the day, it's like if Saraya can't inject into the women's division, say they already have the talent. It's just like the problem with AEW in general. It's not the lack of talent; it's the lack of story. It's the lack of making what the talent does meaningful. And just like you said, beginning of the night, no precipice. I mean, like, they built it like we all knew it was happening. So it's not like we were waiting for it, like we didn't know it was going to happen. But still, like, just like you said, beginning of the night. It doesn't matter how good the talent is if you don't know where to put them.
Yeah, it's true. But regardless, I was excited about that, and hopefully it's going to continue to grow from there. But as far as botches go, I have two, mostly one in particular.
Okay.
Biggest one for me was the match with Samoa Joe and Wardlow. For this to have been hyped up as much as it was, and building Wardlow back up only to have him completely blow it, and the match not even last like what 10, 15 minutes?
Yep.
It was. I'm like, what are you people doing?
Yep.
Just get rid of Wardlow if that's what you're going to keep doing to him.
Yep.
Like, just get rid of him. Let him move on to greener pastures. Let him go to WWE. Let him go somewhere else. Because if you're not going to utilize this, like specimen of an athlete,
dude, he is
one of the best big men in the business today.
He could be Taker.
Yes. 100%.
Like watching Wardlow in AEW is like watching Mean Mark Callis in WCW.
Exactly.
Like you don't know what you have till it's gone.
Yeah.
And
for someone his size to move like he does.
So I'll say, so we both have the same main botch, but mine's different than yours. It's not just the fact that he lost. It's everything about this match. Like those two guys worked great. Awesome. You can have a 10-minute or less match between two guys like that who are savage. Like, case in point, every Brock Lesnar, every Goldberg match.
Yeah,
period.
Definitely.
When you got big bumping meats, calm down there, buddy. When you got big bumping meats like that, you don't need a long match.
No.
But what you need is the savagery. Like, that match, Samoa Joe, Wardlow, that was like a clean... Yeah, that was I'll wrestle today, but I want to make sure that I'm safe for tomorrow kind of match.
Right.
That thing was not a all out slugfest. First of all, so like it lacked brutality. Boom, one. And on a show like AEW where they'll let Darby Allin basically commit suicide every single night, lacking brutality, there's no excuse for it. It's not like you're trying to be PG.
No.
But then after that. First of all, you've been building Wardlow up, and then you're just gonna have a clean finish. Like Joe chokes him out, doesn't even no sense of a schmaz or whatever. Straight up,
just
chokes
one and done. That's
him out. He passes out, and then what does the United Kingdom do? And I've been complaining about this the entire time. What does the United Kingdom do? Not a dang thing. Joe, the minute I understand, okay, that Wardlow's not going to win. I understand that. I wouldn't have had him lose so soon.
No.
But here's the big problem.
At least build it up to the next premium live event or so.
But here's the big problem. Wardlow loses and not a soul around.
No.
No United Kingdom, no nothing. Like, who comes out?
Swerve.
So Wardlow loses... And we immediately go take a powder, get out the ring. It's not about you, even though we've been building you up and you're part of this group, and that group should probably come down and beat the crap out of Joe. And Joe's made his enemies.
Yeah.
So Joe's made it like Swerve could have came out after the United Kingdom was done, and they could have handed him a bat.
Yeah.
Handed him something like that and had him go to town. Joe's made enemies, but he has no receipts. He has no comeuppance whatsoever.
I think the
United
whole
Kingdom just stands there like they're completely impotent. Like they have nothing. Like they go, there's four of us and one of Joe, and we're not going to come out there and help our giant friend Wardlow.
Exactly. Like I think they should just disband the whole Undisputed Kingdom thing. That whole thing is just a complete.
They screwed the pooch on that day one.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is like just any faction period. Like you think that if Finn Balor or if Damian Priest got choked out by Bobby Lashley or any big guy, do you think the Judgment Day wouldn't have descended upon that ring?
They would have been their first chance they got.
That's what a faction's for. If nothing else, the faction is supposed to be there for the numbers. And you've got all these people that have a reason to hate Joe, but Swerve Strickland comes out completely by himself, and the United Kingdom just kind of goes. The whole you made the United Kingdom look weak, you made Wardlow look weak, you made Swerve look the exact same as he's already looked, and you make Joe doesn't make sense. Like right at this point, it's like, is he? Samoa Joe's not a heel, he's not a face, he's a guy with plenty of enemies, but it seems like nobody wants to step to him. So we have a bunch of effeminate losers who don't, wrestling is about testosterone, and I don't care what anybody says. Toxic masculinity. You can take my toxic masculinity. Yeah, we'll keep it PG.
Don't worry.
I'll get a censor for you.
It's about the hero's journey.
Yeah.
It's about overcoming adversity. And when you have someone who does something to you, you can take it on the cheek, and you can take it on the cheek, and you can take it on the cheek, but at some point you've got to stop taking it on the cheek. And AEW does not know how to tell the most basic stories, and that's the problem that really gets me, is that wrestling is not complicated when it comes to storytelling. You've got a couple stories, you've got the hero's journey.
You got David and Goliath.
You got David and Goliath. Like, hero's journey, like, we're watching that with Cody.
Yeah.
Like, finishing the story is that story has been finished 1,000 times in 1,000 different ways, but it's a basic story.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah.
And it's good every time. And then, David versus Goliath, Rey Mysterio, Big Show. There's all kinds, David Goliath, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
Yes.
Okay? Even though it's hard to call Hulk Hogan, David, but standing next to Andre the Giant, he was David.
Essentially, yeah, he was David.
There's a couple stories, and when you're going to go Greek tragedy, Shakespearean tragedy, oral histories. I'm not trying to get too deep in the nerd reservoir here.
No,
but storytelling is very fundamental. It's not that complicated, and you've got so much talent. And you've got guys who can go there and give you 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-minute matches in the ring to help propel the story. But if there's no storytelling, they're just matches.
Yeah, it's just matches there just to give fans, like, oh, this would be great to see these two wrestle. Okay, great. We just saw it. Now what?
Yep.
What was the point of this?
And case in point, AEW Collision. You got Daniel Bryan versus Shibata. Great. Why is that not getting built? Why is a match like that? And of course, they had a great match, but it meant nothing.
Nothing. It's ridiculous. And so, honestly, at this point, I've lost hope in AEW to be able to create any kind of credible storylines and build anything towards a premium live event at this point. I just don't see it.
No,
they lost the true storyteller whenever MJF is no longer there right now.
Well, MJF's coming back. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a botch, but it's just one of those things. And you guys who are watching, most of y'all are probably like high-level professional wrestling watchers, so you noticed it too. We're not telling you anything new. But for any of those who might be younger professional watchers, when they include someone in a vignette, they're not gone.
No.
Because if they're gone or they're going to another company, they stop putting them on their television program. So now that we see MJF back in vignettes again, or other people's storytelling where they see MJF, that's just a telltale sign that MJF is coming back.
A little lesson from the 5-star jobbers for you young watchers, or for you young viewers of professional wrestling.
Don't learn anything else from me, young viewers.
I was about to say, you don't want to learn anything else from him. But, I don't know if that was your botch or whichever, but that was my main one. And then the whole storyline they're doing with Candice LeRae and Maxine Dupree is just absolutely stupid to a whole nother level. But anyway,
I get they're trying to make chicken salad out of chicken S. The whole thing with Maxine Dupree, she's not a great in-ring worker yet, and she's give girl credit. She's learning on the fly. She's in baptism by fire. She should have been in NXT a lot longer. She should have been in development a lot longer.
Right.
She's got a good character. She's compelling. She works well with the Alpha Academy. And that's the exact thing. Like, her whole story is that she's supposed to be a beginner. She's learning. But of course, the IWC, they're half in one hand. They're 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. They'll praise someone for doing something and then damn somebody else or darn something.
It's all right. It's all good. It's still PG.
They're completely inconsistent, but like the girl's doing a fine job. I don't think there's anything. I've never seen her and been like, she's an absolute waste of space. I've seen.
Right. She provides like an entertainment value to it.
No, she provides.
It's good to see because, like you said,
I've seen women get much higher on the card doing much less than what she's doing. So the fact of the matter that she's getting, poo-pooed on is not fair to her. And the women of professional wrestling have, they rallied around her in social media and everything. And so now, of course, they're trying to take a little bit of reality, put it into a little bit of storyline, and they've got the Candice LeRae situation. But yeah, it's cheesy, it's hokey, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I mean, unless Candice is going to turn on her and we'll get a heel Candice, which I would love to see a heel Candice.
Honestly, I don't
They're
mind
not
that.
doing anything good with Candice or Indy, or that they can be really great heels. I mean, we saw it in NXT with the way. Both the Candice, Indy, please do more with them.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, the segment just the segment came off cringe.
Yeah, very cringe.
As the young children would say, it gave me the ick.
Is that what they say?
I believe that's what they say. I've been told that I give the ick a lot.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. But anyway, those are our high spots and botches for this episode. But once again, thank you guys for listening and thank you for watching everything that we've got so far. Like we said before, we are on social media. If you want to check us out, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can go check out all of our content. All these upcoming events we've listed, go check them out and go support these local promotions. Kraken Pro Wrestling. We will be there as the official commentary team. It's going to be a great event. You don't want to miss it. It's free. Go check it out. Bring your own chair. You can enjoy some great professional wrestling, some great community events going on. But as we always say, we love you guys and we thank you so much for all of your support. Continue to watch, continue to listen, and as always, keep it 5 stars.